pretty gnarly squeeze. I don't.
接下来的比赛是次中量级的赛事 ，is welterweight fight。首先
Next fight on the card will be John Brewin against Emmanuel.
John Brewin.
This will be our first look at John Brewin from New Zealand. I wouldn't say he's a trailblazer from New Zealand, as there are a few Kiwi fighters in the UFC, but I did hear that he's quite the idol over there.
Is he? I know he comes in with a blue belt in jiu-jitsu and a pretty strong MMA background. He seems like the type of fighter that can finish the fight anywhere. We'll see what he decides to do tonight.
I hope he takes off those sandals. I guess that's RFC mandated sandals, are they?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to call John an arrogant fighter here, Matt, because that's not a nice thing to do on the air, but he's a very, very confident young man when it comes to fighting. There were some comments he made about his opponent that I don't think I want to mention on the air, actually.
Oh, really? Well, that could be a good thing. Confidence is a big factor in fighting.
Well, as we were talking about earlier before the fights, you know, trash talk seems to make some of these fighters money these days, right?
That's the way to go these days. It's not that big here in Asia, but, you know, we got a Kiwi here. They don't really follow those rules.
And is it really Asia? I don't know. We don't need to really talk about borders, do we?
Yeah.
But again, to kind of go back to what I said, tattoos and tattoos,
yeah,
right?
I was just thinking that.
Again, John comes in here as a lean, lanky, long kind of fighter, which could pose some troubles for his opponent tonight.
Yeah, I'll need to see the tail of the tape to see exactly what the advantages and disadvantages are.
It's nice to see such an international card on a night like tonight.
Yeah,
we got fighters from Hong Kong, from Finland, from New Zealand,
Korea, Japan, America.
Did I forget to mention America? Yeah. I don't know, Matt. Maybe I did that on purpose. Now the opponent of Brewin tonight is Emmanuel Binyet. What do you know about Emmanuel, Matt?
I know he has a unique background for an MMA fighter. He comes in with a judo black belt and a kung fu background.
Wow. I knew if it was, I know if it's a language competition, he would definitely win.
Yeah, that's
French,
true.
English, Chinese, German?
Yeah.
They better not start a language competition up there. Different styles of fighting, different styles of music.
Yeah, I've actually seen Emmanuel fight before, and he comes in as a He doesn't try to brawl. He picks his time, his timings, and his moments. And you can definitely see he's pretty confident and comfortable too.
But what I'd like to draw the attention to there, Matt, is his Taiwanese flip-flops.
Hey,
These are a very, very common thing in Taiwan. Very cheap. You can buy them at 7-Eleven. And I love to see him embracing the Taiwanese culture.
He's definitely embraced the local Taiwanese culture.
Do you have yourself a set of those?
Nah.
You definitely need to get yourself a set of those. They are about as comfortable as wearing paper on your feet.
Well, they say adversity breeds character.
That's true. Now I know why I don't have character. He seems to be embracing the event.
Yeah, very relaxed.
His culture, Taiwan's culture. And he's singing a little bit there, too.
Yeah.
But I suppose, Matt, you've been in the ring before. You need to have that relaxed aura about yourself before you get in there.
Yeah, I haven't been in a ring per se, but I've competed in many jiu-jitsu competitions, and there's definitely a fine line between relaxed.
It's all a ring. Don't be so humble.
Okay. There's definitely a fine line between being too relaxed and too energetic. And every fighter's different when it comes to that. Some fighters need to be just all amped up, and some guys prefer to be really calm and relaxed, like Binyet here.
I think a lot of the crowd tonight is amped up because they were giving away free monster drinks all around the place.
Yeah, that's one way to amp up the crowd. Yeah, we thought John Brewin came in relaxed and confident. This is like another level here. Singing.
It's kind of the way I wake up in the morning.
Yeah. Talking to the crowd.
Moving out to get my coffee.
Yeah.
My neighbors love me for it.
It's just another day for him.
Yeah. Again, this is one of the more elongated entrances that we've seen tonight.
You gotta milk it sometimes. It's one of the more mellow songs coming out. You know, you really gotta.
Hopefully the fight won't be so similar to this.
Maybe that's his style. He wants the fight to be nice and relaxed.
Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna need a few more of these monster drinks then. He's even going 2 stairs at a time. Come on, let's get in this ring and get this fight going.
Let's go.
So there's the tail of the tape. Again, the older of the two is Binyet, 33-24. The height advantage goes to Brewin at 185. The weight's the same, and the reach advantage goes to Brewin as well, 187, 2 centimeters.
Yeah, it's interesting that there's such a fairly big height advantage, but the reach advantage is not very much.
That's 6 centimeters now, Matt. That's not 6 inches, right?
Okay,
We're doing centimeters
I know,
over here. Be careful. Again, like the first fight, this fight, there's a massive age difference between the two fighters.
Yeah.
Now, that has to mean something, right?
Well, usually the younger fighter coming in is going to have the better cardio, better physique, but the older fighter, you could have more experience, more level-headed. I know in this case, Binyet, he's no stranger to the ring. Even though he only has a 2-0 record, I've seen him referee multiple fights before. So he's no stranger to this.
So again, he's no stranger to the ring, right?
Maybe
or
why
shall
he's
we
so
say,
calm.
no stranger to the octagon. I'm sure some of my friends back home will be harping on me for that one when we're finished tonight. Seems like there's an awful lot of local support for the referee. I mean, he's a cool guy, right?
Yeah,
but I think we need to place our support on one side of the corners.
I feel like the Taiwanese might be back in Binyet just because of those sandals.
Perhaps. It's a big thing.
Yeah.
Just as we check with our judges here, Justin does. And here we go for our third bout of the evening. We have just about lost our monitor here.
really...
Brewin in the blue corner and Binyet in the red corner. We'll say that Brewin's wearing the black and yellow trunks, Matt, and Binyet's wearing the colorful trunks.
Colorful.
Again, this is a very, very interesting strategy to start the match. He seems to be hugging the cage all the way along.
Well, you see Brewin's just stalking him, not letting him get off. Every time he moves one way, he follows. And it can be real dangerous if he starts throwing punches because you don't have a whole lot of... There you go, that's a good idea. I see, he just follows him. Hard leg kicks.
Again, another hard leg kick by Binyet to come back with it.
You have to be careful, though, throwing these leg kicks without setting him up. If the other guy knows you're going to do it, he can just land a straight punch, and that could be the beginning of the end.
Well, just take, you mean take the kick?
Yeah, take the kick.
And then land the punch.
Land the punch. Brew is actually doing a strategy that I wish more fighters did, and that's just keep your opponents back to the cage like this. Because they can only go left or right, and you just follow them. They can't go back.
Now, is there any disadvantage at all to Brewin trying to do this strategy?
Not really, honestly.
It's almost like that's what Binyet has to do. He had to pick his moment and shoot, but really, really good takedown defense by Brewin.
I guess if there is a disadvantage. Oh!
And there we go, big takedown by Brewin.
To a scramble, gets right back up to his feet.
Right back to his feet. Good work by Binyet there.
Yeah, that was good. He recognized he was in a bad spot, and he did what he had to do to get out. But I don't want to see him do this, backing up again.
Well, you think with the takedown, he's already scoring points, right?
Yeah.
He's got to get his back off the cage. He's got to get back into the middle of the ring.
I guess if there is a disadvantage to being in the cage, if he is able to grab him, he can turn him around, kind of like this, and then suddenly Brewin's back is against the cage.
Again, nice work by Brewin to put Binyet back against the cage.
Recognizing what Binyet is doing. Like I said, Binyet is an intelligent fighter from what I've seen. He's not a brawler. He's going to look for his moments, set up his strikes, try to do a takedown off that.
He's got to watch that haymaker, though.
Yeah. Got caught with that straight left. Oh, hard punch!
He just took him down, and that's the end of it for Binyet!
Oh, my God!
What a bomb by John Brewin in New Zealand! That is all she wrote, folks!
Oh. And Binyet is still out.
Call the doctor, Matty! Call the doctor!
That was a hard punch.
He tried, I think we'll go back to the replay, but it looked like he leaned in to try with the heavy punch.
He tried to just throw his punch with no setup, and he got caught on the way in.
Almost like I predicted that one, man. Oh my God.
It's one of the reasons why I like seeing fighters push them against the cage like this. It pressures them into feeling like they have to do something like that.
Here we go on the replay. Strong hand to the chin. And good night, Dolly. One more for good keeping, and then another shot to the stomach there.
That was a mercy punch, I think. I don't need to hit this guy in the face again.
This is my first time to see Brewin in action, but I like what I saw.
Yeah, he had a great strategy, which is one that I love to see from fighters, is ring control.
I think he's yelling at Dana White here. Give me a fight! Give me a fight!
Yeah.
Oh, we can see who this guy's supporting for the big match tonight. Popped collar England jersey.
Binyet is just now getting up with the help of the medics. That was a hard knockout. Tell this man has some serious knockout power.
But it was kind of interesting the way you worded it in the early beginning, man, was that...
I did my